Hello and welcome to the channel. Before we jump into the video, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe for more mythology content from around the world. Oh, and don't forget to hit that notification bell to keep up to date on when we release a new video. Now, without any further ado, meet Koschei the Deathless, an evil sorcerer who cannot die. Why, you might ask? Because his soul is hidden away in a needle, which is inside an egg, in a duck, inside a hare, which is in an iron chest. And that chest is buried under a green oak on the remote island of Bouillon. And as long as that needle is safe, no one's killing Koschei. But wait, there is a way to kill him. And I'll tell you some tales where the hero is actually able to pull it off. But first, let me explain exactly who Koschei is and why he might sound familiar. As a well-known figure in Slavic mythology, he's often described as very old and skeletal. But he's also incredibly strong and almost impossible to kill. Typically, in Slavic folklore, he's the kidnapper who goes after the hero's wife or loved one. The hero then has to rescue her with the help of some magical creatures along the way. If that sounds familiar, Koschei is basically the archetype for the evil sorcerer character in movies and books. Koschei is involved in many different myths and tales, like the story of Maria Morevna, where Prince Ivan marries the warrior princess Maria Morevna. But while she's away at war, Ivan stumbles upon Koschei chained up in her dungeon. The evil sorcerer convinces Ivan to give him 12 buckets of water and starts to regain his strength. Koschei then breaks out of his chains and kidnaps Maria. Now Ivan goes on a quest to rescue her. But when he confronts Koschei, the sorcerer is too powerful for him, and Koschei kills him. He even puts Ivan's remains in a barrel and throws them into the sea. But with the help of his magical sisters-in-law, Ivan is resurrected. He then acquires a magic horse from the witch Baba Yaga and finally defeats Koschei once and for all. Let me tell you one more story, and this one's a good one. The tale of Koschei and Vasilisa is a classic Russian fairy tale, and there are many versions out there, but they all start with a beautiful maiden named Vasilisa. She was the most beautiful woman in the entire kingdom, and the tales of her beauty spread far and wide. Koschei the Deathless heard of her beauty, and using dark magic, he kidnapped her. He brought Vasilisa to his fortress, where he planned on marrying her. But Vasilisa used her wit to outsmart him and decided to do everything she could to delay the wedding and escape. She told him she would marry him only if he granted her wishes. Expecting it to be easy, Koschei agrees. It started off easy, asking for a dress as beautiful as the sunrise and made of gold and silver. After that, she asked for a pair of shoes made from the moon's glow and decorated with stars. And each time Koschei fulfilled her wishes, she came up with another, and then another, and then another. From a tiara made from a rainbow to a cloak made from the night sky, she kept making demands and delaying the marriage. Meanwhile, the news of Vasilisa's capture reached a man named Ivan, which is a popular name for a hero in Russian tales. Ivan had also heard stories of Vasilisa's beauty and decided to rescue her from Koschei. Just like other myths, Ivan gets there with the help of some magical creatures. When he finally arrives at Koschei's fortress, he's able to break in and find Vasilisa. But this is where Koschei confronts him and reveals the secret of his immortality, that there's a hidden needle which contains his death. With the help of Vasilisa and his magical friends, Ivan is able to find and destroy the needle. And after a fierce battle, he finally defeats Koschei and frees the beautiful Vasilisa. And like most fairy tales, the two of them go back to their homeland, get married, and live happily ever after. Of course, there are countless variations of the story, depending on the region, the storyteller, and the time period. But these are no ordinary children's stories. If we dig a little deeper, the legend of Koschei reveals a lot about what the Slavic people valued. Every culture has core beliefs, and Koschei reveals to us 6 core beliefs of Slavic culture. First, there's the fear of death. One of the most unique parts of the sorcerer is that he's immortal, since his soul is hidden away in remote places that no one can get to. It symbolizes a universal human obsession with our own mortality, and of course the desire to overcome it. Second, we have the duality of nature. Many Slavic tales are based on the battle of good and evil. And while Koschei is evil, immortal, and powerful, he's also portrayed as lonely and vulnerable in some versions. And he only kidnaps the hero's love interest out of his own desperate search for love. This dual nature of mixing power with vulnerability adds a lot of depth to his complex character. Third, each story involves the classic hero's journey. The hero, usually named Ivan, has to embark on a quest and overcome many challenges. Traits like bravery, strength, cleverness, and perseverance are all necessary to complete the journey and defeat Koschei once and for all. Next, all stories are tied into nature. The location of Koschei's soul is usually intertwined with elements of nature, inside a tree or inside a hare or on a magical island. It reflects the deep bond and the respect that Slavic people have for nature, as they view it both as a source of life and as a mystery. Fifth, while most tales focus on a male hero, the female characters are often strong as well. From the kidnapped maiden to the helpful witch Baba Yaga, these women are often strong, wise, and powerful. And finally, the hero never finishes his quest alone. He always needs the help of creatures or characters who give him invaluable aid along the way, emphasizing an importance on community and the belief that your character is reflected in the company you keep. The enduring nature of the Koschei legend is because of its universal themes that resonate both now and hundreds of years ago: life, death, love, bravery, and perseverance. And even though Koschei himself was believed to be immortal, it's stories and legends like these that truly never die. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed the video, please don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe.